old houses and started finding it difficult to drive back to the old narrow streets of the city. So, with a view to cater our customers' need, we opened three more stores slowly and gradually with the passage of time. And at the current time, we are successfully operating with four outlets with over 120 staff members and a huge network of over 500 retailers spreading all across the UP, Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, and Uttarakhand. So this was a little bit history about how I started, how we started our business, how we grew up to this stage. Now let me focus on some products that we sell nowadays. So we have a vast varieties of sweets, savories, and namkeens. As we all know that our Indian sweets are one of the few most loved delicacies of our Indian people, and we at RCS serve our customers with over 100 of different varieties like rasgullas, gulab jamuns, khoya sweets in the form of burfis, rolls, then desi ghee sweets comes, products like laddus, balushais, moong dal barfi. Everyone's favorite is like moong dal halwa, son halwa, patisa, son papdi, naan khatai. Then comes our premium dry fruit sweets like kaju katli, badam katli, pista lodge, then rolls, then colors, then pan. Then we have sweets made up of milk. These sweets are popularly known as Bengali sweets in our country. So these are like rasgullas, rasmalais, toast, pakija, rajbog, rabdi. Rabdi particularly is not a Bengali sweet, but it is again made up of the milk. Then malai chap, then some seasonal sweets like revdi, gajak, tilbugga, as I mentioned earlier also. Son alwa. These products are being sold in winters only. And another thing we Indians are popularly known for is that none of our festivals, made be Diwali, made be Holi, or Raksha Bandhan, or Lohri, or even our special occasions like birthdays or weddings, or our wedding anniversaries, engagements, they all are incomplete without sweets. While during the festival season, the number of customers walk in increase to many folds. The revenue gets increased to an unbelievable 40 to 80 folds. And as we are one of the leading manufacturers of gift items, gift packs, majority of gifting in Indian weddings and engagements, which is again one of the most lucrative parts of our business. Firstly, because the average ticket size of such customer is so high that it roughly goes up to 20,000, up to 3 to 4 lakhs from 20 to 40,000 per person. In addition to sweets, we have savories like namkeens, as like the dal biji, mixture, bhujia, aloo chips, potato chips, and another 40 to 45 varieties of such products. Now, coming to the dining section, we primarily work like a quick service restaurant and deal in North Indian and South Indian cuisine, street style food, Chinese cuisine. So, these are few of the things that we deliver to our customers. Now, why any franchisee choose us? Why RCS? So, as I mentioned earlier, also we have been running these four outlets for over 100 years, and we have an expertise in producing and manufacturing of revdi, gazak, and other sweets. So at every stage of when we get together and start a business, at every stage, our skilled staff at RCS will continuously guide you and provide you with the support for producing the authentic age-old sweets along with the newly developed recipes to cater the need of each and every of your customers. And when it comes to maintain a constant and continuous supply chain, we majorly depend on technology and try to minimize the human involvement to minimize the chances of errors. With the process of ordering, processing, and refilling the goods sold at franchisees end, for most of our inventory management needs, and for running a smooth supply chain, we mainly make use of advanced POSs. Our company have always been committed to deliver to its customer with the best quality of F&B products at an affordable price levels and yet maintain its quality and a handsome amount of profit for us and our franchisee partners. For this, we are primarily dependent on two strategies. First, as we as our consumption is massive, we procure almost all of our raw materials directly from the manufacturer or from the wholesalers. So that in turn cuts the cost to many folds, which in turn leads to a higher amount of profits. Secondly, we follow the standard operating procedures. We make more and more use of machineries for our productions and try to minimize the use of manpower to limitize our expenditures. So finally, I would like to mention that all the franchisee partners will get the complete guidance and support from our team of experts at RCS. All the production staff will be provided by the franchisor after 1 month session of training. And not only that, we do time to time quality check and provide guidance and corrective measures if needed. I thank you all on behalf of the entire RCS family for showing your interest in our brand and carefully listening to all our briefings. You all are welcome to the Q&A questions and suggestions. Thank you. Now, over to you, Neha.
Thank you so much, Deepak ji. I would want to request you to please tell us a little more about the brand legacy and the history. Meanwhile, Samath would also be joining to covering up the investment part. So if you can just give us a little more brief over the brand history and the branches you have.
Okay, fine. As I told you that it was started by my great grandfather in 1904, and we are the fourth generation working here. So during this process of time, we have invented many sweets. Like we are called the inventors of Hasta Revdi and Gazak, and it's over now 100 years. We have been selling all these products through many channels, like online and offline. So and apart from them, we have over 500 stores. Like they are working with us for last many years, and we have been delivering to them with the best quality products for so long. That's it.
Okay, so I'm sharing the screen for the commercials, which Samarth is going to present. We will take up the questions by the end. Guys, I can see some of you raising hands. I request you to please type your question into the Q&A box, and we will take up the questions uh, post the commercials which we are going to cover. We do have some questions already into the Q&A box, but I would request you, instead of raising your hands, if you can just type your question into the Q&A box. So I would share the screen here. Yeah, so I would request you, sir, if you could just tell us about the main products or the hottest selling which we have right now, and also if you can just tell us a little more about the ticket size, the product values which we have.
Well, we have over 100 products now, starting from sweets like, as I told you, Bengali sweets, ghee sweets, then koya sweets, then dry fruit sweets. Then we have savories, around 40 to 45 varieties of savories. And if they all sweets and savories all put together, they will count somewhere around 140 to 150 products now. And the hottest selling products are like reveries and gajaks, which we expertise in. And then comes the bhaji boxes. So the bhaji boxes, to be more precise, the one we use for the wedding gifts or engagement gifts, these are called bhaji boxes in my area. I don't know what these are called in your localities. So these are bhaji boxes. So if we talk about the average ticket size, when a customer walks in, I mean, he's looking sweets for his household or for gifting. The ticket size is like starts from 500 to 1500, 2000 per person. And if we talk about the wedding gift, then the ticket size drastically improves to many fold. It goes from 20 to 25,000 to 4 to 5 lakhs per order.
Okay. So as I can see that Samar is already here on the panel, I would request Samar to take the lead and just put some light over the investment and the breakup of the investment, and we'll proceed further with the Q&A later. So I would request Samar if you can just take the lead.
Sure. Thank you, Neha. Good afternoon, everyone. So, as a quick summary for you, it is a franchise-owned, franchise-operated model where we'll ask our partners to be running it from their side. The brand, how we need to prepare, and all other guidance would be provided by Mr. Deepak and the team over there to help you out, have the right setup, have the right structure in place, and also have the right products represented across. So, there are two key opportunities for you which you can cater to. First is the opportunity of having a sweet shop model. So if you are more interested and share the passion for sweets, which is there, and in your market where you feel the need for having a sweet with certain snacks available as well, which is maybe like a samosas and other small snacks, savory snacks, which are there available in a sweet shop, then yes, you can always have that as an option if you're looking for a smaller setup. So a sweet shop model would be more about a minimum 500 square feet, maximum 700 odd square feet that you can look into as a space as an investment for you. Typically, the investment would be about 18 lakh rupees. So we were seeing in the presentation how the whole store looks like. So it's not like a typical small. So it's a well-structured, well-defined shop that you'll have, which is there, which has your maybe snacks, over-the-counter products, plus also your savory products. So sweets would be the main point for you, where you're keeping as an investment for you as a shop that we are representing with multiple different types of products, which is there, traditional sweets and seasonal sweets as well, which would be available. So 18 lakh rupees, out of that, basically majority of this goes into your fit out. Which is there. So when we talk about your fit out, it includes your civil, your interior work, which is there, the whole storage, which is supposed to be there to keep the stores, plus also the whole woodwork and other requirements and the fitting and the lighting, everything would be included on this. So you can see on the screen the store, how it looks like. So this is how the representation would also be there. So depending on the size and the area that you have, minimum we start off with the 500 square feet. As per the requirements, we can cater to maybe a larger format if needed, but ideally about a 500 to 700 square feet of a space would give you a right through. We'll have the over-the-counter sale product as well. You'll have your sweets traditionally same. So as an opportunity for you, this could be done in all the markets. So the way that we represent our brand and the setup, even your metros, your tier 1, your tier 2, 3, all these cities could cater to this space shop, and the locations that we are also present in and where we've expanded into would also fall under these categories of the cities that we are representing. So it's for everybody as an opportunity. It's a proper setup. If you're coming from a smaller tier 2 and 3 cities, this gives you a much better visibility as a differentiating factor in the market, where we see a proper organized store, sweet shop, which is opening up. It becomes very crucial for you to have the right representation in these cities. We stand out and attract more people to come to the store. So typical term of the agreement for the on this 18 lakh of investment would be a 5-year period that we'll have. One-time franchise fee would be about 3 lakh rupees. So this 3 lakh rupees is the one-time fee that you'll pay at the beginning, which is included in the investment of about 18 lakh rupees. So 15 lakh, 3 lakh out of 18 lakh, 3 lakh goes into your franchise fee. About 11 to 12 lakh rupees goes into your the fit out, the kitchen, everything set up, which is there, whatever we require with the furniture, the fridge, and everything which goes into the whole setup. 1 or 2 lakh rupees goes into 2.5 lakh rupees would go into your pre-inventory, plus also your IT POS system, billing system, which is there. Majority of this goes into your pre-opening inventory that we'll keep to have the right representation of all the categories in the store when we are opening up. Plus also what we expect our partners to be doing is a good launch, a grand launch, where we need to create the buzz in the market that yes, we are opening up over here. So yes, 18 lakh inclusive of the franchise fee. So 15 lakh rupees goes into your setup, your inventory, your fit out. So about 3 lakh rupees, 3 to 4 lakh rupees goes into your kitchen and equipment, which is there. About 6 to 8 lakh rupees goes into your fit out and other requirement, which is there. And about 1.5 to 2 lakh rupees goes into your pre-inventory, which is there. So this is the smaller model. As we were talking about the order values and other questions, we'll have further discussions. So anywhere from 400 to 500 rupees easily that you can expect, which is there. Overall, the costing for a partner would be there, where about 50% almost go 40 to 50% goes into your cost of goods, and rest is your operating cost and your HR cost and operating expenses. Major expense for you over here is having the rent of the location, which would be there, plus also your electricity and your staff salary. So that is also quite nominal. About 10 to 12% is the total cost that goes into these categories respectively, which is there. Overall, easily as a payback on this 18 lakh of investment, what the partners can get on an 18 lakh is anywhere from a 50 to 80 lakh rupees of accumulated profit, which turns out to be about 4 to 5 or 6x of your investment that you are able to get over a 5-year period. So the overall payback on the investment, so your return on 18 comes about 18 months, which is there. So that's a very healthy period, about 1.5 months. Ideally, what we expect our partners to be doing is much better. The second option, which is available for you, is the comprehensive model where you have your multi-cuisine restaurant plus also the suites offer. So you can see on the left on the screen right now, this is the bigger setup which is there. So at least 1,500 square feet of space that we're looking into to have proper seating. So over here, as compared to maybe the sweet shop where you may have you don't have a proper or distinguished seating, which is there. Over here, you have a full-fledged seating for people to come and dine as an opportunity. Especially in your tier 2 and 3, it becomes a very good market for you to have the sweet shop as a present, but also works in your tier 1 and metro cities, also certain areas where if you're looking into having your own brand as a visibility over there and tying up with Ramchandra Sahai's over there and having the outlet in your locations becomes very crucial for you. This gives you additional revenue stream where we are looking at multi-cuisine format of restaurant. More and more brand people are started ordering and eating out as well. So India is a very big country where we see often people tend to eat out at least once now every week when they're eating out. So different opportunity. Indian still is the majority. North Indian and multi-cuisine is something which becomes very crucial, where the top 3 categories of North Indian, your Chinese and maybe your Italian, more or less gets covered into a multi-cuisine forms, traditional format like this. And what we have as an opportunity for you is to reach out to a much larger target audience. So people not only who are coming for the sweets, but are also coming for the food. A larger demographic is something that we are easily able to target because of this, where we are not restricted to maybe a certain market or a certain area, because the flexibility of the model gives us an opportunity to have it in multiple locations, which is there's a good commercial area, good residential blocks, markets, which has a good demographic area, or the food courts or food hubs, which are there. So this is a good representation for you as a brand and an opportunity for the investors to look into multiple locations. So we are not restricted. So if you have a location in mind, please reach out to the team over here for further detail and discussion. We can always help you identify which is the right location. So for a 1,500 square feet of a space, ideally what we require is an investment about 43 lakh rupees. This 43 lakh rupees would have majority in the case of the fit out expense, which is there because the setting up the restaurant, we have the seating also available in this case. So which is why the investment goes up. So about 35 lakh rupees out of this goes into your fit out furniture, having the right furniture, having the right lights, the fridge, kitchen equipment. For this, unlike a sweet shop, we need to have a proper kitchen. In the suite, you can have a maybe like a back-end setup, separate kitchen setup, which is there, which caters to maybe making this at the back end. Or in a proper restaurant model, you need a much bigger proper setup of with more equipments also required, because we're catering to multiple cuisines. So which is why the equipment and the setup over here increases. So it's about 35 lakh rupees that goes into your whole fit out. 5 lakh rupees is the fees, which is franchise fee plus GST, which is applicable. So what is the franchise fee would help you, where the brand will help you with the rights, identifying the right product range, the setup which is there, the right training which is required, how we need to prepare it, how we need to sell the products, what is the product there, the technology which is needed for you to have a smooth business. Because as a partner, you don't have to worry about the supply chain, keep calling and taking it up. You can just raise the requirement over the ERP software, and the brand would be able to help you out with any kind of requirement in the supply chain which is there. If there are any operational queries, the brand support would always be there to help you out with the whole operational side of things as well. So training is provided to each and every partner, be it a suite model or your multi-cuisine suite restaurant model, which is there. Where proper training would be there, you can go shadow them, work with them and see in their locations how the whole location is supposed to be run, how the store works, how the restaurant works as an operation side, how the customers interact, how we interact and explain each and everything for them, answer their queries, everything. So all these end-to-end support and training would be provided to you, and also have the right marketing in place, so central level marketing to promote all these activities. So all this money is reinvested into the business to support you and help you grow and become successful. So the royalty in these cases would be 5% that we are keeping. So 5% would be the royalty for each and every partner that you have to pay on the overall revenue that we're generating. Easily, what we've seen in the past is the revenue potential. What we expect our partners to be able to do is about 15 lakh rupees to 20 lakh rupees easily. We'll help you with having the right mix, having the right products, how we need to operate. The advantage that you have as an investor coming into this franchise opportunity is the 100+ years of knowledge and the legacy that the brand is able to provide to you, which is very important and very crucial in this industry, especially is to have the right understanding of how to operate, where we can save costs, where we can avoid wastage, what all the challenges are. So this knowledge and this experience is something that the brand is able to share with each and every partner, so that everybody starts off with a very good level where they've worked over a century to reach this point and develop themselves and grow their presence, and the quality they are able to maintain and the trust they are able to maintain. You are also able to follow on that and provide it in your respective locations. So what we are expecting here would be your typical dine-in model. Takeaway and delivery would also be there. So you have your sweets and your food available. Anywhere about a 40 odd people can sit and eat at a time at what we reasonably can expect. So multiple revenue streams for you: sweets, snacks, beverages, food, which is there. You can also host parties, because there are kitty parties and other parties people come here. So who could be a partner? Anybody could be a partner who shares this vision and passion, which is there. So if you have passion for the food industry, if you have passion for the sweet industry, which is there, want to have your own sweet shop, which is there, yes, you can definitely become a partner. Come contact the team over here, tell us about the location, tell us about your passion, and we'll be happy to discuss further on the details, even when it comes to the financials, which are there. Young entrepreneurs who are coming here, people who are looking into investing. So if you're a corporate employee or maybe retired, you also want to have your own business. So this becomes a very good opportunity. Multiple festivals are there, multiple events and occasions are there where people do tend to buy it, and it's a larger audience that we're able to reach. So much larger demographic as a customer base that you're able to easily target as an opportunity. Plus, what we also see is who, if you're looking at strategic locations, if you have multiple locations, yes, we can also look at these property owners or real estate people who have multiple location and want to have a more strategic partnership when we talk about multiple location at a bigger scale, multiple shops. So if you have the capability to operate it and you're looking at opening multiple locations, yes, we can also have those kind of discussions. So tell us about this location, tell us about your background and the capability. What we do expect is people who are looking for multiple location should have certain level of control and operational capability where they're able to operate all these multiple location at the same time. Plus also, as centrally the brand helps you with the marketing and other activities, we also would encourage if people at their local level have that kind of business connect, local marketing capability, promotional capability with the brand guidelines to promote it in their respective territories and the location as well would be helpful, that we're looking into, especially if people are coming from maybe restaurant experience or sweet shop experience as well, or similar industry would also be helpful. So two key models that we're looking into as an opportunity for you, sweet shop and the restaurant model, with the typical payback period that we expect anywhere from 1.5 years, that you can get your investment. So within 1.5 years, you're able to get back your investment. Smaller model, about 18 lakh investment, bigger model, about 43 lakh rupees. Depending on the location, yes, if you have a good location, we can have, it could vary slightly, but more or less, if you want to go in with a proper structure, then about that investment is there. So if you have a good location in mind and have the right structure and it fits, then we can also discuss upon that. So please share those details with us. Why you partner with us? So as we were talking about 20 plus years of experience, multiple locations. So we're not only present in one location. We have extensive range. So it's not only your traditional sweets, but there are different sweets which are also available. Seasonal sweets is also one of the specialities. I guess Mr. Deepak would also highlight more on the winter options which are also available. So that is also a very big revenue opportunity for our partners. Plus also the whole setup, whole experience. So we saw the photograph, we are seeing it in the corner as well. So it's a proper, well-structured display that we are able to cater to. So this is a very good opportunity at a very good cost that investors who are looking for this in their market, especially with the good developing areas and the new urban areas which are coming up. It becomes a very good opportunity for you to have a well-reputed brand and a well-organized brand available to you. So this knowledge and this experience is something which is very beneficial for you going ahead with. So what we'll also do is as a support expectations. So yes, the setup design, how we need to set it up, how we need to prepare the sweets would be provided to everybody with the knowledge. Because very important to have the continuous support. We want all our partners to be doing really well and be successful. So which is why we help you have the right setup, the right structure, right equipments, which is there, how to design the store, how it needs to be done, what is the proper BOQ of all different equipments which we require, and the setup would be provided by the brand. Location will help you identify how the location works, what kind of format would work in those locations. It's very important to have the right location in mind and have the right setup. So brand with their experience is able to tell in your location what model would be more suitable for you to be operating at, and also provide you the right training over a 2 year 2 weeks period so before you start with the operation, and initial handholding would also be provided to each and every partner when they start their operations. So how the product also works is the products with the packaged products and everything would be provided by the brand to you, which is there in the back end. Whatever mixtures and others is required would be provided by the brand. How we prepare it at your local location as well, how we prepare with, especially with the different products with the different shelf life, is something as a guidance, is something the brand helps you out as a support, additional support. The technology side, the how the inventory billing, the overall operational management, the POS system, billing, everything is provided by the brand to help you out, so you don't have to worry about that. Makes it easier for you to also keep a track of the sales which is happening and all overall billing process. Local marketing, how we need to promote our brand in your local area, the guidance would also be provided to you. And the brand keeps coming up with different innovation and the variations which are there. So any other value add product and R&D and support that the brand can provide you would always be there from their side with the right sales guidance also in place. So with this, I'll open it up to everybody. So if you have any questions, If you want to have discuss that, please put it there in the Q&A box. Mr. Deepak and I would be happy to discuss this further with everybody. So feel free to put your questions in the Q&A box over here. I'll first start off with, I guess, couple of questions, Mr. Deepak and Ms. Kamakshi as well is, when we talk about the key products, so we were talking about the seasonal products as well, the seasonal range which is there. So maybe can you also guide us and help us understand the whole mixture of the categories that we have, and especially with the winter and other seasonals, how that works for you?
Like most of our products are run throughout the year, like 70% of them. 30% are seasonal, like when Holi comes, you all must be knowing there's a festival in northern India. Southern people might not be as much aware of about that. So when it comes, like Holi comes, we have gujiyas. Like Raksha Bandhan comes, we have gewars and balushais. When there's a famous fair in Meerut which runs for around 2 months, that is called Naushandi. That when it comes, then we have naan katais with us, and so the other products are around the year.
Perfect. And any speciality that we have? So what would be our hero products when we talk about the sweets, especially which is most
Our flagship products are revdi, gazak, tilbukka, naan katai, son halwa, ghevar, and gujiyas, and bhaji boxes as well, the wedding gift boxes.
perfect. So, Deepak ji, when we are talking about the whole supply chain, which typically would be happening for our partners, so can you also help all our partners and prospect investors to understand how the whole, especially with the shelf life, which is there, how we prepare it over there, and how the traditionally the whole supply would work with the package boxes going from you, and how we prepare it over there?
See, the supply part, if I talk about the supply part, it will be partially the partial products we will supply, like 70% or 80% of the products we will supply from our stores, and remaining 20% of the products which are highly perishable will be supplied semi-finished and will be finalized at the franchisees and by the trained staff provided by us. So the ratio will be 80 and 20. 80% will be finalized product that we shall be supplying, and 20% the franchisees at their end will make.
Sure, definitely. And Deepak ji, when we talk about the restaurant model, the bigger model which is there, so if you have to see the representation of the both the categories, so if you talk about the sweets and the restaurant, so how does it work as a ratio? So what is we'll have more of the food and the cuisine, but the sales, if you have to classify how much goes into the food and how much goes into the sweets side.
60% of the revenue comes from the packaged items, sweets and namkeens, and 40% of the revenue comes from the restaurant model, restaurant business.
All right. And to help people understand better, so when we're talking about the namkeens, so what kind of namkeen, we have our own line which is there, or we've tied up with certain other brands which is there?
We have mixtures, dal bhijis, potato chips of various flavors. Then we have bhujiyas, aloo bhujiyas. Then we have gatiyas, papdis. Altogether, there are around 45 to 50 varieties of namkeen.
Perfect. So it's a very big opportunity, guys. So not only the sweets that you're getting in the food, but also the namkeens, the large range of products which are also available to us. And this is also, Deepak ji, I guess, something which is supplied by us because it's packaged by you and supplied at the end of the day to everybody. When we talk about, sir, the multi-cuisine food, so what would be the key cuisines or the key products which is there? So traditionally all the items would be there. So what sells more in the market over there? So anything special that we offer through our food as well, menu?
We are offering different varieties of thalis that are most popular in our area, starting from 150 rupees to goes up to 300 rupees. Then we have street style foods like Raj Kachoris, Golgappa, Valla Papri, Tikki. Then we all prepare it with Sigi. That is our monopoly. That is our USP. Then we have Chinese cuisines. Then we have South Indians. So we are working in these four categories right now.
All right. And so what is the typical shelf life if we plan to go into other areas? I guess somebody is also asking for maybe a southern Indian market later on. But even if we talk about other markets, so we were saying the semi-finished and the products. So what is the typical shelf life for different sweet products, which is there if you have to classify? So that
sorry, if I talk about the most perishable product in my list, is that is Bengali items. They typically have the shelf life of around 2 to 3 days.
Mhm. Okay. And if you're able to supply, once we plan other territories, would we be able to cater to these southern markets as well with the supply chain?
No, as of now, we are looking for an expansion in just 100 kilometers radius from here.
Correct.
Yeah, but in near future, if we plan to expand to the more vicinity, we will definitely love to work with certain people as well.
Sure. So definitely, listen, Augustine, if the location, if you're looking into a certain area where you're able to have right now more focus on about 100 or 200 kilometer of a radius. But yes, if you are looking at an opportunity where there is a scope for maybe setting up a small kitchen and to cater to it as well from the brand side with multiple locations and strategic partnership, yes. But if not, then right now we are more focused about the territory around Meerut and nearby in the northern market. But yes, if there is such kind of partnership at a bigger level, if you want to discuss that, we can look into it. If it's like a single unit, then maybe after some time and we can get back to you. You can share the details. We can definitely get back to you later on once we are expanding into the southern market as well, which is there. So typically, Deepakji, how much the supply chain, how it rotates when we talk about the inventory, which is there, how frequently we would need to rotate it, given the different shelf life, which is there. Ideally, you said the 2 to 3 days is the minimum that you're seeing. But if you talk about others as well, so how frequently do we need to replenish the stock?
Yeah, roughly 2 to 3 times a week, depending upon the sale of the franchisee. Minimum 2 times a week we supply, and maximum 3 to 4 times. That's it.
All right. So it's a good healthy supply that we're seeing across there. And so if you talk about the typical setup with the HR, so when we first start off with your suite store model, which is there. So what would be the typical HR? The front end would also be there. People who are preparing the snacks at the back would also be there. And so what is the typical HR structure for this sweet shop? And then also coming to your restaurant model.
Okay, if we talk about the suite model only, then there will be around 3 to 4 guys on the counter, and two will be the cleaning staff, and two will be the production staff. 1 to 2 will be the production staff.
Okay. And if you're talking about the production stuff, so because we're not creating a whole big setup for the kitchen, so what is the typical minimum space that we can expect for a person to maybe have at the back end to cater to this, or for a smaller kitchen, and then for a restaurant, the bigger kitchen?
We shall be needing a cold room that will be around 30 square feet, and another 70 to 100 square feet for garnishing and preparing the things.
Okay. And when we talk about the HR for the restaurant model, how many staff would we need at the minimum?
There will be 4 to 5 counters again on the 4 to 5 persons again on the counter, two as the cleaning staff, and 4 to 5 as the production staff for the restaurant products, and 1 or 2 again for the sweets and other items.
All right. So
So
total,
altogether, it will be around 11 to 12 persons.
all right. And how many chefs would we need at the back end, as you were talking about? So what
For
kind of different chefs would be there?
there will be a Chinese head, there will be a North Indian, there will be a chart section head, and 1 or 2 helpers of them.
All right, to prepare, so the commies and others who are helping them out with the preparation. All right. So at the maximum, what we're looking into with the full-fledged when they're established and growing, so it could grow up to maybe 15 staff, which is there. So, all right. And for a smaller, what we're looking at is typically about a 6 staff, which would be helping them.
6 to 8 staff.
With the preparation and everything coming into the picture. Perfect. So I guess other questions, if there are people, please feel free to keep putting your questions in the Q&A box because which is there and we'll have the setup. So coming back to the fit out and the whole setup and the investment. So if you have a good location in mind, you already have a good setup in mind. What we are giving you is understanding of how the whole setup, if you do have a more of a raw structure in a sense where we have to do the whole furbishing and everything. So that is the investment that you can expect into. But if you have a good setup which is there, which is more aligned with the designs and others, which is there, so the investment is something that we can always discuss when we talk about the fit out and how ready the location is. Though yes, the branding, the fit, the structuring and everything would be done by the brand for their requirement. But yes, you have an opportunity to also look into how the setup you may save certain aspects with the investment. So this is where maybe the location would becomes very crucial, how ready it is as a location for you. So there is a variation always of plus minus 1 or 2 lakh rupees for every location which is there. I believe what we say is reasonably at this investment bracket about 18 lakh rupees and 43 lakh rupees you're able to get. This includes your franchise fee. So we're not talking about 18 lakh plus 3 lakh. You're talking about 15 lakh plus 3 lakh for your bakery, which is there. Sorry, your sweet shop, which is there. So that 15 lakh to plus 3 lakh, that becomes your 18 lakh rupees of investment. And this investment of a franchise fee is also reinvested in multiple training and different marketing and other expense, which is there to available over there. So Deepakji, any tie-ups we have apart from maybe some brands like maybe Paytm and others for billing, which is as an opportunity?
No, not yet.
All right. And do we also have deliveries, maybe Swiggy, Zomato, and other presence that we'll also encourage our partners to be having to
Yeah,
create
we
that?
do deliver on both these platforms, Swiggy and Zomato.
All right, perfect. Hitesh, do you have any questions from your side, which is there before we move to others also?
No, so much everything is clear. So if I have any kind of doubt, so I'll talk to Miss Mark in detail.
Yeah, maybe Hitesh, you can also share your number in the group chat box so that people can reach out to you to also directly and for others as well. So before we close, Mr. Deepak, any message or Ms. Kamakshi from your side, any message for the investors and people listening to this and would be reaching out to us? Any message from your side?
We would just like to thanks all of the investors to join us and showing your interest in our franchisee, in our brand, and our franchise as a franchise. Thank you.
Ms. Kamakshi, any message from your side? You're on mute, sorry.
Hi everyone, this is Dr. Kamakshi Jindal, co-owner, Ramchand Sahai. I am extremely thankful to everyone who have joined this webinar. Being a co-owner, I assure every partner because it's a fastest growing industry, sweet business as well as food industry. So I assure it is a very good opportunity for everyone to join this business. And definitely after having 120 years of experience, we are happy to join hands. We are not looking for the partners, but we are looking for the family. We are looking for the expansion of our family. At the end, I would like to conclude that we are joining, we are adding more essence to the family. If you will join us, we assure that you will grow, you will earn, and you will learn more with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, both of you. So you can reach out to us on our contact number 9717683838 or feedback@franchiseindia.in. And Hitesh has also shared his number. So people who want to talk directly, get more information about the opportunity and maybe have direct meetings at the finalization with Mr. Deepak and the team over here, definitely we can have that arranged. So I'll hand it over to Neha to close the webinar today.
Thank you so much, Samar. Thank you, Dr. Kamakshi and Mr. Deepak for joining in and sharing so much inputs related to your brand here on this webinar today. I hope the details and information which we have shared with our participants today are going to help you in understanding the brand in detail and understanding the opportunity. Guys, we try to cover maximum questions shared by you into the Q&A box. And to take it forward, Hitesh is going to reach out to you within today and tomorrow and to connect you directly with the brand to take the conversation forward. So thank you so much for joining in. Tomorrow again, we are coming up with a new business opportunity. As you know that we are committed in sharing a business opportunity with all of you every day at 12 o'clock. So I've shared the registration link into chat window already. Tomorrow we are going to share the opportunity with all of you with one of the very famous brand P and Rao. They are into tailoring and ready-made fine clothing wear for man, and they are in market from past 100+ years. So it's a great brand, and if you're looking something into retail, you can join us tomorrow at sharp 12 to know more about the brand in detail and understand the business opportunity they are sharing in Indian market. So I would request you to please click on the link and get yourself registered in advance and join us tomorrow at sharp 12 p.m. Thank you so much one more time. I hope that you all will have a wonderful day and wonderful week ahead. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.